Welcome everyone, welcome to Calisthenics. What up? I'm Johnny.
I'm Luke.
And today we have a special video. We're going over which is the best type of fitness. So we have 10 categories.
10 whole categories of fitness.
So what we're going to do, we're going to figure out which one is the best overall.
Yes, so we're going to take each category, each fitness category and grade it based on different criteria. We've got yoga.
Yoga flame.
We've got calisthenics.
Yes.
We've got climbing.
Yes.
We've got Crossfit.
Yes.
We've got bodybuilding. Olympic lifting. We've got cardiovascular work. We've got strongman. We've got martial arts and mixed martial arts. And we've got powerlifting.
Yes, and if there is any other sports or whatever you wanted to add in there, unfortunately we couldn't do too many and we had to put some together, like martial arts. You know, there's so many different ones, we couldn't obviously put that into its own categories in its own right. So if you can think of any other category, by all means, do your own. Comment below which ones you want to put in. Maybe we'll do a different one later on.
Do a part 2, a sequel.
So the rules of engagement. So we're gonna have 10 categories, all based on attributes that we think are good and relevant to sports and why they should be better than other sports. So just because your sport or what you like to do or training you like to do is really good, it also might have weaknesses. So we're gonna try and figure that out. And the points-based system is out of 3. So 0 being rubbish or doesn't do anything for that particular area. 1 being it does a little bit, little something, but not that much. 2, quite good, but not the main reason why you do that sport. And 3, obviously being the best.
Yeah, which overriding factor why you do that sport.
So for instance, we'll just give an example, which is our first one, which is strength. So if we're looking at, like, say, strongman, that is the main attribute of strong. It's in the name.
Solid 3.
A solid 3. And obviously yoga probably not being so much, maybe that would be a 1. But that's just an example. We haven't actually pre-organised this, so we're going to go off our own interpretations of what we think they are.
So we've structured it already, but we haven't actually discussed the scoring, so it's going to be a completely open conversation. So if we start a row, enjoy.
Yeah, it's based on our opinion, and obviously everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but obviously we're right. Obviously.
Our opinions are fact.
Unless of course we disagree, then one of us is right. What do you think? Do you actually comment below right now? Let us know what you think is the best sport or what sport you do the most of. Shall we get started? Shall we get into round 1?
Let's do it.
Okay, so round 1 is going to be on strength.
Yes.
And let's put them in the order of where the pictures belong. So, first category, yoga flame.
Yoga flame.
And yoga fire, as Dalcine would say on the Street Fighters. You can't see me right now, but okay, let's go into it. So, yoga, strength. What would you say?
Strength. So for me, yoga, it requires a lot of core and isometric strength. So not necessarily an ability to lift heavy weights, but in terms of controlling your body weight and the strength to do that, it does take a considerable amount of it. So
there is also a lot of exercises in it that don't require a lot of strength, a lot of regular holding or stretching poses that are just good for everyday general health. So I would say a 1.
1 or 2?
I would say 1. Let's give it a 1, because the overall I would say in overall fitness, most yoga people aren't generally that strong. They have good holding strength, but they're not the strongest of people overall. Like compared to a strongman, they would be very weak and get battered, I would imagine quite
Very true.
So let's give them a 1.
You've won your case.
Calisthenics.
In terms of strength, again, the same point I'm going to put across. It does require a lot of isometric strength to do certain holds, things like planche holds or levers. That's a lot of core strength.
Yes, there is also very basic exercises. There is push-ups, pull-ups, but they're also very hard to do.
There's also weighted pull-ups, weighted press-ups.
That's very true. Calisthenics has no boundaries of what it could categorize as strength, so you can add weights in there, even though the technical calisthenics is body weight.
Yeah.
But
it takes a lot of strength to do like a handstand press-up
to hold your weight. But if we compare that to, let's say, again, a strongman or a powerlifter, they would probably lose, at least in terms of absolute strength.
Yes, but they'd probably beat a yoga person.
So
2?
Desmond, 2-2. Right, moving on to climbing.
Smashing through it. Climbing.
Yeah.
Let's go with this then. So what we're saying for climbing?
Climbing requires a lot of strength. You wouldn't find it a very muscular climber. Maybe you would. It has recently joined the Olympics. So, I mean, obviously there's a certain amount of ability you have to have for it. But that is not the point. So strength, what would we say? Oh, it's a tough one. There's a lot of different types.
I'd throw it in between yoga and calisthenics in terms of strength-wise. So
we can't give points.
1.5.
We can't do 0.5s. We've got to put it into a rule, a category. I would say it's more of a sport in the sense of itself. It doesn't
throw it to a 1.
It would be one. Well, let's go with a 1. It could go on a 2 on a good day, but it does require a certain amount of strength. And I'm not going to lie. Anyone who's done like strongman, powerlifting, bodybuilding will be surprised what type of strength it takes. But it's more of a holding strength like yoga, so let's give it a 1. Good. CrossFit. 0. Massive 0. CrossFitters suck at everything. They're just basically high intensity trainers.
So we're trying to be very unbiased here.
I'm joking, by the way.
We're aiming to be very unbiased.
Okay, so there's a lot of Olympic lifts in there. However, they're not usually performed for strength. They usually perform for endurance, and it is more of a circuit type environment. Would you say?
Yes.
There's a lot of throwing yourself around, doing pull-ups, not pull-ups, kips, that type of thing. There's obviously a lot of fitness. You have to be very fit to do that, but overall strength-wise, it's not their main focus, I would imagine. But they do have the CrossFit Games, which some of them are quite strong.
Sorry, so I'd give it a 2.
A 2?
I'd say a 2.
Wow, do you know what? It's a tough one for me. I want to give it a 1, but I would say just from the CrossFit Games alone, we'll go with a 2.
Yeah. Because they do have to lift, in the CrossFit Games, it is a considerable amount of weight they have to lift.
That's very true. They do. But in the overall general groups that do CrossFit, their overall arching rule, I think, is probably more just general fitness. It's more like a community, isn't it? But anyway, there's nothing wrong with CrossFit. It's obviously
it sounds like
a very valid, good sport. There are good and bad CrossFitters like everything else. So let's move on. Bodybuilding next. Bodybuilding. I'm going to give this a 1.
1.
Yeah. I don't think that bodybuilders have to be strong in order to be...
It's not made for strength, it's made for aesthetics, isn't it, really?
There are strong bodybuilders, but bodybuilding is not about building muscle. It's only about building muscle, should I say.
It's not about being strong. Just because you've got loads of big muscles doesn't necessarily mean you're strong.
No. So 1, agree.
Yeah.
Easy.
That one.
Easy. Olympic lifts. 3, definitely.
3, yes.
3, 100%.
100%. Well, you can literally skip over that. Olympic lifters, you've got the strength.
Yeah. They're like power lifters, but they do it above the head.
Right, what's next? Cardio. So, strength and cardio? 0. Not even debatable.
Strongman? 3.
3. Again, not even debatable.
Not even a question these. MMA is debatable.
1 or 2.
There's a certain amount of strength in there. You do need some strength and some
grappling
power.
And push-pull.
However, it's not the main component. If you put I still want to give it a 2, but we'll give it a 1.
Go for 1.
Let's go for 1.
Good.
Powerlifting.
Solid 0.
Yeah, rubbish. Nowhere near as
No
strong.
strength involved. No, we'll go for a good 3. I think definitely you can't give strongman without powerlifting. 3.
Then round 1, Olympic, strongman, and powerlifting are in the lead.
Because it's only strength.
Obvious. Yeah, there you go. Who wants to get into round 2? Are you happy with the results so far?
They don't give a shit if you aren't.
No. Anyway, let's move on to round 2.
Let's move on to round 2. Speed.
Round 2.
Speed. Yoga. Speed in yoga?
No,
because you're stuck on a mat, barefoot.
Calisthenics.
0, because you're hanging from a bar. Yes?
Yeah, 0. Yeah.
I'll go with 0.
Go with 0. Scoreboard's up, you can't see our reaction, so it's fine. Climbing.
I mean, you have to a certain amount of speed, like hand speed to get up the wall. Racing, for example.
Up I think. Let's give it a 1. It's not
1 for speed.
It's more technical.
Yes.
CrossFit.
0. I mean, everything's 0
on CrossFit. I hate CrossFit. No, I don't mind.
Speed, obviously, it's about moving quick through all the exercises, so I think
you could certainly do that.
2.
With no technical ability at all. I'm joking. You can't see my face. 2. Let's give it a 2.
I think 2.
Okay.
Fair.
Okay.
Ish. Bodybuilding, 0.
0.
0 for speed.
0. Unless you're doing bicep curls really, really fast.
With an arch back. Olympics. Olympic lifting.
Oh, do you know what? I do want to give this a 3 because there is so much speed and velocity, but then speed and agility are two different things.
Yeah, so it's the snatches and...
So there is a lot of speed, but maybe it's not the overall spectrum of it.
So 2?
2.
Desmond? A comfortable 2?
Yeah, debatable. You can put that one.
Yeah, debate.
Mixed martial arts. Speed is necessary.
Cardio.
Yeah, speed and power and strength and technical, and there's so many factors to it. But speed alone is probably a 3, I imagine.
What's this?
MMA.
You completely missed out cardio and strongman.
Oh,
see, it's what happens when he's left to his own devices. Cardio is next, my friend.
edit that one out.
Not leaving it in.
Okay, cardio. Speed. There is a certain amount of factor of speed in training.
Last ditch
for endurance. Yeah.
Sprint and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Hill runs, speed runs.
More.
You do need to get that if you need to win a race. 1. Oh yeah, give it a 1. I'll give it a 1. Strongman.
Same thing with the Olympic lifts, I suppose, isn't it?
There's a lot of running,
off the ground.
a lot of speed involved, but again, it's probably not the most prominent thing that they need.
Also like CrossFit, they get sometimes to go through exercise to exercise fast as they can.
Yeah, let's give it 2.
Good 2.
2.
Right, now you can talk about MMA.
MMA, 3. We've already spoken about it.
See previous cock-up for details. Powerlifting to finish.
1.
I think 1, yes, because they haven't got the back-to-back exercises, so 1's a good score for that.
And they don't really move anywhere off the blocks.
No.
Not dynamically at all. So
okay, so scores on the doors. So our 2 front runners are currently Olympic lifts and strongman.
MMA and powerlifting trailing behind with 4.
Yeah.
Everyone else needs to catch up. Rubbish.
Catch up.
Let's see what the next rounds are going to give us. Right, what's the next round? Round number 3.
Endurance.
So
we're talking muscular endurance.
Yeah.
Cardiovascular endurance.
I would say the works. Yeah. So just endurance, overall endurance athletes. Yoga. I mean, there is a certain amount of endurance in terms of doing a session, but it's not really a factor really at all.
It's very casual sort of pace.
Although holding endurance.
Yeah. Isometric endurance.
Isometric endurance. Maybe give it a 1.
1.
Let's give it a 1. Fair. It's not calisthenics.
Calisthenics, I think that should be a 2.
Ooh, interesting.
Because
why? I
think calisthenics, like in terms of yoga, the isometric holds, things like that, and muscular endurance.
And you have to do pull-ups, push-ups, lots of endurance.
Yeah, muscle-ups, handstands.
Okay.
Physical endurance.
Yeah, there could be endurance to it. Let's give it a 2.
It's having a 2.
Climbing is a lot of endurance.
A lot of
endurance. You have to climb for a very long time.
I mean, if you're talking bouldering or talking outdoor climbing, like mountain climbing,
it could be days upon days of climbing.
That's a lot of muscular endurance.
Okay, let's. I would say this is a 2 or a 3, but
I'd say a 3.
You want to say a 3?
I say muscular endurance. It's a 3. We've been climbing and we've had to stop.
Luke said a 3. I'm saying a 2, but we'll give it a 3. We'll give Luke the benefit of the doubt.
I've already written it down.
He's already written it down. Okay, let's move on to CrossFit. Endurance. There is a lot of endurance in CrossFit. I would say that a majority of it is endurance.
Yeah, I'd say that's where you grab some money back.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
A 3.
Give it a 3. Bodybuilding 0.
Well, I mean, if you go
muscular endurance in a sense, but
if you go for so
I give it a 1.
Doing reps and all sorts. Yeah,
it's not. Endurance is not the main factor or focus of it.
No.
Bodybuilding, you're lagging behind, guys.
Olympic lifts. Not
really a lot of endurance in that.
If you go for reps,
if you think about the Olympic lifts and the Olympic you'll get 3 goes. Obviously, there's a lot of warm-up reps to it, but you get a lot of rest time. A lot of rest time between sets. 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on the person. Some 20 minutes rest.
0 or 1, 0.
I would say there is a factor of endurance, muscular endurance for velocity, but yeah, give it a 1. Give it a 1. We'll be generous.
Right. Cardio. I mean, that's a good 3, surely.
Nah, obviously. Duh.
This is your category, guys.
Strongman's got to be a 2 or a 3, because I would say that although strongman is about heavy lifting, it's about continuous reps and a lot of things. Like the yoke, the yoke can deadlift on, but if you think about everything else, it's speed, endurance. But yeah, again, it's not something that's long distance.
2?
Yeah, let's give it a 2.
Good.
Mixed martial arts
MMA.
needs to be a 3.
3.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say there's a lot of martial arts that aren't, if you think about it in terms
If you
of
watch
mixed,
any sort of professional boxing or UFC fight,
they need to have a lot of
yeah,
endurance.
a 3 minute round is a very long 3 minutes.
Yeah. You have to train a long time for a 3-minute round.
Yeah.
Okay, so
then
that's one.
powerlifting.
0.
0.
There is no endurance in that one.
0.
Really? It's the only one that got a 0.
I know. Shocking.
It's 1 rep though, isn't it?
It is 1 rep indeed.
Well,
So-
not always, but
Scores on the doors.
do you know what? Maybe we should.
Oh,
Maybe
no,
I'm
backtracking.
too hesitant. I mean, powerlifting in its sense as a competition is a 1 rep max, but if you think about it in terms that's similar to bodybuilding, you do like 5x5s, but then it's still less reps than bodybuilding, isn't it?
Right, John, I'm going to call it the same one.
Okay, we'll give him 1. We'll give him 1. I'm being
Pondering
generous.
this for
I'm being generous.
Right, so scores on the doors. Yoga is now up to 2 points altogether. Brilliant. We have 4 points for calisthenics. We have 5 points for climbing. CrossFit, you have another 5 points. Bodybuilding, you're up to a solid 2. Olympic lifting, you're up to 6. Cardio, we are on 4. Strongman, you've got 7, leading the way. MMA is on 7 as well, they've caught up. And powerlifting, you've dropped to a measly 5.
Measly.
So,
Well, it's changed up quite
I know,
suddenly.
MMA is like coming ahead, isn't it?
Strongman, yeah. Who'd have thought the things that require a lot of attributes to exercise would come out on top, eh?
Hey. Right, next category.
Next round, round 4.
Round 4.
Fight.
This is where bodybuilding gets its money back. Aesthetics.
Aesthetics.
How are we looking?
Yogas don't focus on aesthetics at all.
No.
Their main focus in everything is not. 0.
0. Calisthenics.
I would say there is some form of aesthetics there. In fact, a lot of the time you often find that calisthenics people try to compete with bodybuilders for aesthetics. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that it beats it. So a 2 or a 1? Shall we go with 2?
2.
Let's go with a 2.
Yeah. Climbing.
Yeah, again, you can build some muscle, but it's not
Yeah.
the main focus at all.
It's less of a focus on calisthenics. So say 1.
Do you know what? I might give it a 0.
Oh, 0. Yeah, you never really see a ripped climber.
You do, but I don't. Let's give him 1. Let's give him 1. Let's be generous. Let's be nice. We're being generous today, people.
Right. CrossFit.
CrossFit.
They're very aesthetically pleasing, aren't they?
They do like to be CrossFit aesthetics. They do like their aesthetics.
I'd say that's what they were 3.
One of their main focuses. I'm going to give it a 2.
You're going to give it a 2?
Yeah,
I wanna
because
give it a
I
2.
think bodybuilding is purely aesthetics.
So that
where
should be the lead front, yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I agree.
bodybuilding is a 3.
3, he's going to skip over that.
Olympic lifting, I would say they don't focus on aesthetics. However, you can get quite ripped from
Definitely.
it.
So I think maybe put it in the same category as calisthenics then, in that case. Or even a 1 or a 2.
Let's give you have to be muscular to do it, so let's give them a 2.
Solid.
Yeah, you have to. A lot of the Olympic guys are quite big and strong.
Cardio, endurance.
No, that's a 0.
0. Skinny motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Strongman.
They're usually fat, so their aesthetics aren't. Although they're usually muscular underneath all the fat.
Yeah, I'd say a
I'll
1.
give them a 1.
Because they don't concentrate on how they look. It's
Mixed
all about-
martial arts, their aesthetics is probably just a 0 again.
Yeah.
Because it's not main focus. However, in fighting, they do have to hit certain weights. So some of them have to, but they usually try to cut weight, aren't they? But there are some people in the 200 odd pound category and they're ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
They have to be strong for.
Yeah, but they're the only ones that gas out quicker. So they tend to be just be.
Are you talking about an English fighter,
Yeah.
boxing fighter recently that had to lose a lot of weight because Anthony Joshua, I'm just saying that the algorithms. Anthony Joshua, are you watching this? No. Okay, what do you reckon?
I reckon I'll stick you a 0.
Okay, let's give it a 0.
And powerlifting.
0.
0.
Yeah. You can get muscular from it, but yeah, they're not. That's aesthetic. None of them are aesthetic.
None of them are aesthetic. Okay, so yoga. Scores on the doors. You're still on a solid 2.
Woohoo! Go on, yoga.
Calisthenics, you've got to 6.
Ooh.
Climbing is on 6. CrossFit, 7. Bodybuilding on 5. Clawing it back. Olympic lifting on 8. Cardio, you're on a good 4. Strongman, up to 8. MMA, you're sticking at 7. Ooh. And powerlifting, you're also at 5.
Ooh. So who's taking the
Strongman
lead?
Strongman and Olympic lifting is caught up a little bit now.
MMA pretty much on the same. Oh, very good. So it's close. There's a lot of people catching up now. There's a few lagging behind, like we say, but I'm sure they'll have their time to shine.
Interesting.
What? And I'm not allowed to count because I'm not very good at it. So let's do another counting, just so you know.
So if any of my numbers are wrong, it's probably not, but it might be.
But that could be number way. Okay, next round.
Technical ability.
Ooh, technical ability. Now, yoga has lots and lots of variations, breathing techniques. It has holding moves. It has very fancy moves I don't understand and can't do. So that's why I'm calling it fancy.
I'd say a 3. Ooh. I think that's where it wins its points.
Ooh,
technical ability. I've tried yoga a number of times, and technically, it's very difficult.
It takes years to practice as well.
Yeah.
There's so many moves that technically are very difficult to do. Okay, yeah, I'll give it a 3. Could be nice. Could be a 2 on another day.
Calisthenics, I'd say that's a 3 as well. In terms of muscles you need to contract at a certain point, levers, handstands, very technical.
But we've got to compare it to other sports as well.
As a sport, it's a very technical sport.
But it's not in the Olympics, or so? it's not a organised sport per se.
Why is that a factor?
Well, if you think about it in a sense, if it was that technical, it would be a bigger sport than it is. I would give it a 2. Because I think everyone can, well, not everyone, a lot of people can do a push-up and a pull-up.
Yeah. And
there is a lot of technical moves, and they do take a bit of time, but once you can do them, there is small advancements, but I would say anyone with half ability can do calisthenics, but not everyone could be a strongman or a powerlifter or whatever.
Ooh, controversial statements.
I'm going to give it a 2.
Is that your decision, is it? There's no compromise with that, it's just a 2.
Well,
get a 2.
I compromised earlier. I don't think Calish should get a 3. I think it should get a 2.
Who should get a 2? What?
Calisthenics. There's nothing against calisthenics.
I'll keep hold of that compromise. We'll go with 2.
Okay.
It's fine.
Climbing. That's got to be a 3.
2.
that's a 3.
Fuck off.
It's now an Olympic sport. It is.
Why is it a 3? State your case.
It's now an Olympic sport. There's a million different types of holds, foot holds, levers, jumps. There are a million types of variations of climbing. It's always adapting, constantly changing environment. You can do it outdoors, indoors. It's just, there's so many technicalities to it. You can learn for years and still not be a master at it.
You said about calisthenics.
I'm giving it a 3.
Checkmate! Yes!
No, I don't think calisthenics is the be-all and end-all technical ability. If you look at calisthenics compared to the others, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. Luke's getting really irate because he loves calisthenics.
No, I just want it to be treated fairly because
I'm trying to be objective as possible.
All right. Okay, let's be objective as possible. CrossFit.
0. There is no technical ability when it comes to okay.
You're very objective, as you can see.
CrossFit gets a bad rep
from you
for reasons because there are a lot of bad trainers. So, however, CrossFit has CrossFit Games. However, their main focus isn't technical.
But they also have to throw Olympic lifts in there and stuff as well.
They do, but they're not necessarily the technically best people for it. What would you say?
2.
I would say a 2.
Yes, we agree on
because you have to be technically good-ish at everything, but you don't have to be the best at everything.
Bodybuilding 0 or 1.
I mean, if you think about aesthetics from a technical point of view,
you have to target certain muscles, certain growth.
You have to make sure you're doing it all correctly.
Balance,
make sure
training,
you've got good form. So let's give it a 1. Let's give it a 1.
It's not on a
bodybuilding. You're lagging behind. You still need more points.
Yeah.
Olympic lifting. Okay, that's got to be 3. 3.
4 if you have an option. It's not.
We are being objective here, by the way.
Yeah, we're trying to.
Cardiovascular, it's probably going to be a 1.
Yeah.
I would say you need to have some technical ability to be able to run, do distances, do certain training, but overall it's just about repetition. I think more people can be runners than Olympic lifters.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so
strongman.
It's got to be close. It's a 2 or a 3.
Mm.
I mean, there's a lot of technical abilities that go into like atlas stones,
Yeah.
lifting, but yeah, again, they're based on reps.
I'd say 2.
A 2. Let's give them a 2. MMA's got to be a 3.
Yes. I agree. We don't discuss that, have we?
No. It's all technical, that stuff. What's the last one? Powerlifting.
Powerlifting. That is not a technical term, like deadlifts, things like that. It's very much form-based movements, isn't it? And if you get the form wrong, you won't get that lift.
It can be a very technical exercise. I'm trying to be as objective as possible. I'm trying to compare it to the other sports rather than just thinking about it on its own.
I'd say a 2 or a 3.
Compared to Olympic lifting, I would say you need more technical ability. And compared to mixed martial arts, I would say you need more technical ability for martial arts because there's more technicality to it.
So 2?
A 2.
Okay. 2.
On another day, it could have been 3 powerlifters, so I'm sorry. But
today he's being off.
Yeah. And we are disagreeing, as you can see. We're slightly disagreeing on things. We might even come back to CrossFit. But
probably not.
But probably not. Okay, what are the scores at the moment, mate?
Yoga, you're up to 5. Ding, ding.
Bing, bing.
Calisthenics, you're on at 8. Climbing is creeping ahead with 9. CrossFit is also on 9. Bodybuilding on 6. Olympic lifting, 11.
Wow.
Cardio is 5. Strongman and MMA are both on 10. And powerlifting, you dropped some points, man. You're on 7.
Yep. Oh.
So, leading the way still is Olympic lifting. Strongman and MMA keep chugging up.
Coming back. But
climbing and CrossFit aren't too far away either.
No.
Your beloved CrossFit is actually up there.
Bodybuilding, you're disappointing. I thought you'd be doing better than this.
I didn't.
Sorry, bodybuilders. Anyway, let's go to the next category.
Balance.
Round 6.
Balance. Explain balance to me.
Yoga people can balance quite well. Okay, there's various types of balance. There's holding balance. There's isometric holds. I think most people know what balance means. Are you able to balance on one leg, for instance, or one
stability
upside down on a handstand, or those are the type of things. Yeah, balance is a very big factor to a lot of sports. So yoga, it's going to probably be a 3, I imagine, because balance is the main key to yoga.
I agree.
Catching up. Calisthenics. 2 or 3.
I'm going to go for 3, and I'm not even going to compromise.
Let's give him that one.
Suck my dick.
Okay. Climbing. It's not the main factor, is it?
No. I would say either 1 or a 2, because there's no balance. Well, unless you're
holding
core
balance.
Control. Yeah, if you've got to really reach around and grab that
holding balance.
I'd say maybe 2.
That's been nice. I could do a 1 on a worst day. Go on, give him a 2. Give him a 2. Give him a 2. Let's go with Luke's 1. CrossFit. Not really. Not really a lot to that, is there?
No.
Balance wise, they sometimes do piston squats and stuff, but it's probably a 1.
Yeah, strong 1. Yes. Bodybuilding. There's balance involved, really, is there?
I mean, to stand up and do movements requires a tiny bit.
Balance your ego.
Ha!
Ha!
Sure, be just generous.
Courtesy chuckle.
Slacking behind 1.
Give him a 1 to say I'm wrong.
Not doing much.
Courtesy point for
bodybuilding. We feel sorry for you.
Olympics, that's got to be a 3. If you're doing like snatch squats.
If you think about clean and snatch, it's shit ton of balance.
Shite ton of balance.
Yeah.
It's a 3 now.
2? I think we're being too generous to it.
2? I thought you were going to say a shit ton for me. You say 3.
I would say it does require a lot of balance, but yet again, it's not the main component of the sport. Let's compare it to yoga.
Okay, yeah, we'll go for 2.
Yeah,
let's have 2.
We're being too generous to Olympic lifting.
Cardio?
0.
Unless you're drunk, then it's probably 1.
What's the next one, mate? Strongman.
Indeed, strongman.
There's a certain amount of balance that you need to hold and carry weights.
I'd say it's on par with sort of CrossFit.
On par with Olympics and CrossFit. Olympic lifting and CrossFit. Yeah, let's give it
There's 1 and 2, so CrossFit's 1. Oh no, it's CrossFit 2. No, it's 1.
Oh. I would say it requires more.
2?
Yeah, 2. There's a lot of, if you imagine there's a lot of stones that you have to lift that are fully balanced, and you have to have a lot of balance to it. Mixed martial arts. Mixed martial arts. I'd say that's a 3.
So it's a 3?
Yeah. If you think about kicking, moving, it's very hard to kick and remain balanced.
Punch in the face, down your feet.
Yeah, balance is
Big part of that.
happens a lot to me. Have you ever seen a Muay Thai video and seen me getting kicked in the face?
Yeah, you could go
That
balance.
requires a lot of balance to stay on your feet.
Powerlifting.
0?
Yeah.
I suppose everyone needs a bit of balance, but it's not really the focus of the sport.
It's not. It's
Ooh, powerlifters are starting to lag now. They're dropping down.
Okay. End of that round. We are
Scores. What are the scores?
Yoga. You're up to 8.
Woo. Doing better.
Getting close at 10. Calisthenics on 11. And climbing. Both on 11.
Climbing's on the next one anyway.
11. CrossFit, you're also on 10. Bodybuilding, 7. Olympic lifting, 13. Cardio, you're at 5.
Yeah, cardio is lagging.
Strongman, 12. MMA, 15. Getting up there. And powerlifting on 7. So, MMA is leading the way and Olympic lifting is close behind.
Yeah, and if you disagree with that, go and speak to someone who does mixed martial arts and see what they do.
Yeah.
Ha!
I agree.
Right, let's
Oh, wait,
move on.
no.
No?
I fucked it.
Have we got the wrong score?
No, my 5. My 5 looked like... My 5 looked like a... My 3 looked like a 5.
It's 13.
It's 13. So you're on Olympic lift.
Okay, so it's...
Yeah,
mixed
MMA
martial arts is 13. So they're not leading. There are joint first.
Joint first.
Olympic lifting.
My 3 looked like a 5. I do apologise. My childish writing let me down. Okay,
Alright,
so I think we should go on to this one next, which is philosophy.
Philosophy.
Spiritually, philosophy.
I feel like you're singing something right now. Right, so yoga.
Explain philosophy. What do you mean?
You know, everyone knows what it is.
Well, they don't. What about if they don't?
Okay, so those of you who want to know what spirituality and philosophy is, I would say read a book. Everyone knows what spirituality and philosophy is. It's the philosophical aspect of the sport that's less about the physical components and more about the mental state. And
that's all I needed.
Yes, okay. So yoga is a very spiritual aspect. So we've got to give that 3.
Yep.
There is a lot of components to it, spiritual. Calisthenics is a 0. There's no spirituality to it at all.
Not at all.
Climbing is a 0. There's going to be a lot of zeros in this round.
Why are we just firing zeros, are we?
CrossFit.
0.
CrossFit's always a 0 on everything.
But sure, it's like a community though, isn't it, surely? That's like a thing.
Would you say that's a philosophy though?
Yeah, if you piss off a yoga person or piss off a CrossFit person, you get a similar reaction. They're very passionate and about their sport.
I suppose how would you philosophize a...
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to be objective here.
They're a community-based aspect. So are we saying that community is philosophy now?
No, but I'm just saying that I'm just trying to get some points into
CrossFit.
Other than the 0 and giving yoga 3.
Okay, let's give CrossFit a 1 because they have community. We're now putting community in this because otherwise this is going to be a very, very one-sided round.
It's a stupidly one-sided round.
Okay, so what's the next one?
The next one is bodybuilding. You can have 0.
0.
Okay, next.
Olympics? Lifting?
Olympic lifting?
Olympic lifting?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be a 0. There is a big community, if you want to put it in that aspect. So why are we giving...
Fine.
0.
0 to CrossFit.
Knocking that one off. It's back to 0.
Anthony's pants, Jesus Christ. Cardio.
Oh, there's loads of philosophy in that.
You can't see his face right now.
I mean, some people would say after a certain endurance run, there is a certain amount of spirituality you get because you're outdoors. You're outdoors. You're usually in forests or in a countryside or a certain area. I would say that would get a 1 because there is a certain amount of spirituality to you and the earth. That sounds very...
What about if you do press-ups outside? Calisthenics is one, isn't it?
I suppose it does.
Or if I do climbing outside.
Climbing outdoors is very one with nature. That could be very spiritual.
There you go.
That could be very spiritual.
You've dismissed this out of hand too quickly, haven't you?
Wait, so
I'm giving climbing 1.
You're giving climbing back a point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah, climbing, yeah, that gets a point. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Let's go back to this. Yeah. Clearly we thought this one through quite a lot, as you can see. So if the points are all over the place right now.
No, that's right, we're just updating
as we go along. On the board, right.
Strongman.
No, that's no.
Just no.
MMA, if you think about it from a traditional martial art, could you give it a 2, would you say? Because it's very spiritual, but there's also a lot of physical aspects to it.
Yes.
Or would you say a 3 on a good day?
Do you know what, I'm going to agree with you. We'll
Stick with a 2.
Fine. I think we're going to...
Powerlifting is a big fat powerlifter. I mean 0.
Returns 0. Okay.
Well, at the end of that round...
All's on the doors. Everyone's racked up some points here.
Oh, yoga's coming back.
Yoga storming.
Fighting back.
Yoga and calisthenics both on 11.
Wow.
Climbing, you're up to 12. I got you a point back there. Hold on. Crossfit, 0. No, you're on 10. Bodybuilding, we are on 7.
Ooh.
Olympic lifting, 13. It is a 3 this time. Cardio, 6.
Yep.
Strongman, we are on 12. MMA, up to 15 now.
Woo!
Up to 15, and powerlifting on 7.
Well done.
Surprised by that. Right, next round is injury prone. So how likely are you to get injured by doing these types of trainings? We're giving minus points
instead of pluses
this time. So if you're super injury prone, you're getting a -3, and
so on and so forth.
So yoga
flame, yoga fire. As usual, it's not the most injury prone sport. I wouldn't personally think that you're likely to get injured from this, would you?
No.
0?
I think 0 is safe.
0. Yeah, 0 is the top marks in this one, so well done, yoga.
Calisthenics, again, you're not as likely to get injured, but you're more likely than doing yoga. So I'd say -1 would be a safe bet, would you say?
Yeah, you can hang upside down like Batman and potentially get injured.
Yeah, if you let go, then you let go, it's your fault.
Yeah, so yeah, -1. -1.
Cool. Climbing?
Climb bong. If you fall off a wall...
Yeah, bouldering, for example, if you fall off like 8 to 10 foot high,
it can be quite painful, I'd imagine, and there are lots of breaks. Personally, doing climbing ourselves, we don't really get injured. However, we have heard of some horrendous stories. So, -2. -2. Okay, -2.
Right, CrossFit. I'll let you take this one.
-9,000. Okay, -3.
-3. Explain yourself.
Explain myself. CrossFit coaches usually do a 2-day seminar and they don't really have necessarily the knowledge or skill to explain how to do an Olympic lift or snatch properly. And because of this, the likelihood of getting injured doing high reps, I would say, is higher than most sports. However, if you have a good practitioner in CrossFit, you could get and lessen that injury. But I would say, looking at the CrossFit Games, my God, the injuries in that, it's ridiculous. Everyone's injured.
I agree.
-3.
Yeah. Bodybuilding. I'd put it similar to calisthenics, where it's very difficult to get injured. Obviously, if you're going super heavy, you can sort of pull or tear something, but it's not likely, is it?
Bicep curls really hard. Yeah, no, it's a -1, I would say. -1? -1. Olympic
lifting. So again, that CrossFit comment about Olympic lifts do cause injury or can increase the likelihood of getting injured.
A snatch especially.
Yeah, but how if the person doing them is very good at what they're doing and they've practiced and they've got the form bang on, then it's fine. So
in the Olympics itself, you see some injuries. However, that's when they're just going like balls to the walls. But when you say Olympic lifting, it's in the Olympics, which means high level training, high level coaches, which means proper methodology. So
I'd say -2 is a good one. It can cause injury. It's more likely than bodybuilding or calisthenics to give you injury, but not as likely as CrossFit. Mostly.
Okay, so -2.
-2.
Okay. Cardiovascular work. I mean, you can pull a muscle, I suppose, but I wouldn't really say that this is something that anyone should be concerned about.
No.
Injury proneness is probably quite low.
Yeah, 0.
0?
0. Top marks. First time cardio's got top marks.
Hey, well done, cardio.
Endurance, maybe. Strongman.
Plus -3.
-15.
I'm seeing a -15.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a pattern with the ones that tend to have the strongest elements in tend to also have the biggest injuries. I would say it's a -3.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain?
Then we need to, but obviously it's similar to CrossFit where, especially like the speed rounds, they've got to do 3 or 4 overhead presses, for example, like different shapes and bars and logs and stuff. You see shoulders and biceps torn all the time. You watch the world's strongest man, it's always
high rep, heavy weight, lots of running. There's loads of dimensions of getting.
Yeah, form is not really a priority. It's just getting the weight up. So obviously,
personally, speaking on the next one, MMA, getting kicked in the head is not very nice.
Check out one of our videos. You see it firsthand.
Muay Thai video. I have improved since then. I get kicked in the head slightly less, but it is a high injury one.
Yeah, when you go to like, with UFC and things like that, it's obviously injury is super high.
-3.
-3 is safe. And power lifting.
Yeah, again, it's probably not as worse as strongman, not as bad as strongman or Olympic lifting, because you're not throwing it in many different dimensions.
No.
Just the 4th dimension.
For -1.
Yeah, that's been nice. -1. Powerlifting ain't doing too well. So
throw a bone.
Throw a bone. Right. So what's the scores on the doors?
Scores on the doors. Yoga on 11. Calisthenics on 10, as well as climbing on 10. CrossFit on 7. Bodybuilding on 6. Olympic lifting on 11. Cardio on 6. Strongman 9. MMA is going strong as 12. And powerlifting is measly 6 as well. Oh, dear me.
So, MMA, still in the lead.
Still in the lead, bruh. Still in the lead.
So, what next round are we going?
Next round.
By the way, there's 2 rounds left.
2 rounds left.
We actually realised there's another round. There's 10 rounds total. We're just not very good at counting, clearly. So,
my math has kept me going so far. Right, long-term sustainability.
Health, well-being. Can you do these exercises for the rest of your life? The answer is no to none of them. You're going to die.
Yeah.
So, yoga.
Nice, cheerful. Yoda. I would say that is sustainable for
ever.
End of time.
Until beyond death.
Yes.
Spirituality, you'll be humming all the way through your everything. So yeah, let's give it a 3.
I'll say 3.
3. Okay, let's move on.
Calisthenics. I'd say that's sustainable, but you can just regress it as you go. More complicated lifts at the start, and then just literally, like I said, sit and stand, press-ups, pull-ups, that sort of stuff if you're starting to struggle. So I'd say 3.
Calisthenics is literally just body weight movements. You can do body weight movements throughout your life, as providing that you're not got a degenerative disease. So yeah, I would say give it 3.
Okay. Climbing. I'd say it's not as sustainable as calisthenics, but it is still, you can take it quite far.
Yeah.
So it's 2 is a fair comment?
Yeah.
There's
loads of different forms of climbing. There is very easy forms, very hard forms. So as you regress over time, and I would say that you could probably do it for a long period of time. It is still very similar to body weight. So as long as you're not going too hard on the grip and stuff, give it 2.
Good 2.
CrossFit.
Over to you.
-9,000. Again. There isn't a minus in this round. So I'd give a 1.
Good 1. I'd agree with that.
I'd give a 1.
Yeah. After a while, you just wanted to give up, isn't it?
Yeah. Just carry on. Move on.
Bodybuilding.
I've just done CrossFit too much. Bodybuilding, 3.
Do that forever, can't you?
You can do it. Yeah. Old people, you see it all the time. Training bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding granddads. Right. Olympic lifting.
Yeah. Again, it's a high technical sport.
That's the same as CrossFit, would you?
Yeah. It's probably going to be a 1 because the more technical a sport becomes, generally, the likelihood is you won't be able to do it for the rest of your life.
Okay, that's a 1. Cardio.
If you can walk, then you can do cardio. So 3.
Yeah, 3.
0.
Strongman. 0.
0.
Why 0? Talk to me.
I mean, you just look at the people who do strongman. I mean, the professionals and non-professionals, generally they're weighty, let's say. They do a lot of hard lifts, various lifts that require so much strain on the body that it just isn't something you could do
forever
at all. No, so it's not good.
0.
1 on a good day.
MMA.
MMA. After you've stopped competing in a physical capacity, you can do pad work, you can work the bags, you don't have to continue to fight the rest of your life. You can just do it for more of a workout.
Obviously your hips and stuff start to go, certain joints and
you can't do
whatnot will start fighting back.
I remember Van Damme talking about he can't do his spinning signature kick anymore.
Or splits.
Because his hips are knacked. And I've known a few of my mate fighters who have fucked hips.
Yeah. So 1?
Yeah, let's go with 1.
Cool. Right, final one is powerlifting.
Let's throw powerlifting a bone. Let's give it 1. I would say on some days it's a none because you can't lift 1 rep maxes all your life. However, you don't necessarily have to do 1 rep maxes for powerlifting.
Yeah.
It could be similar to bodybuilding, but it still requires more strength.
Yeah. More strength in the joints.
Yeah. You'd have to just lower the weight over time and just do it to the best of your ability.
Until it becomes bodybuilding.
Yeah. So, alright, 1.
Boom.
Scores on the doors.
On the doors. Yoga, 14 is storming ahead. Calisthenics right behind on 13. Climbing 12. CrossFit 8. Bodybuilding 9. Olympic lifts you got on 12. Cardio and Strongman level on 9. MMA is level with Calisthenics on 13. And powerlifting, you're struggling, bro, on 7.
Final round. So,
you keep going.
the most important round of them all. Popularity. If, of course, the sport isn't popular, then what's the point in doing it? Because, let's face it, it's all about the Instas and the YouTubes and the Facebooks and everything these days. If you don't record it, then it doesn't happen.
Didn't happen, yeah.
Yeah, so popularity is probably a big round. So we start with the usual yoga flame?
Yoda Flame.
Yoda
Flame. So I would say it's a very big community.
Yes.
Lots of people are getting on the yoga hype. Obviously, because veganism's really big, which means obviously that comes in hand in hand with yoga.
All I'm going to say is it comes from India, and there's a lot of people in India, like 1.3 billion people, and a lot of them practice it, and then that says it all, really.
Yeah.
I'd say like half the world bloody does
Case
it.
in point. That's a 3 then.
Yeah, it's a big 3.
Fact.
Yeah. Plus points.
Calisthenics. I would say that's up and coming, but it's not a very well known. If you say someone that's never been to a gym before, I train calisthenics, they'll be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So I think a 1 is safe.
It is starting to get more popular. So
Yeah, but it's still a niche, isn't it? Yeah.
Climbing.
Again, it's very a closed sort of community, isn't it? So I think it's more popular than calisthenics, and it's practiced more.
Like we said, it's an Olympic sport now, so popularity is gaining all the time.
Yeah,
it's gaining momentum.
I would say 2.
And Desmond. Yes.
Desmond.
CrossFit.
Solid 15.
Yeah, it's a 3.
It's a 3.
I mean,
it begrudges that you have to give it a 3.
I'm being as objective as I can.
If you say so.
Bloody CrossFit.
3. We're sticking with 3.
Yeah, everyone seems to bum on it. It's a big community thing. So,
bodybuilding
is very popular
Very
nowadays.
popular.
From the subculture of the 60s and 70s when Schwarzenegger was starting to make it popular. Arnold Schwarzenegger, this is for the YouTube algorithms, by the way. Arnold Schwarzenegger, one more time. There we go.
Bodybuilding.
It's a 3.
It's a solid 3.
Yeah, everyone does bodybuilding nowadays. Olympic lifting.
I'd say it's very similar to the whole climbing thing, where it is more up and coming. It's in the Olympics. It's got to be popular.
And CrossFit made it more popular.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh, what is these lifts? What are these lifts? If you're going to try and speak English.
Yeah. In the Queen's English.
Let's do actual Olympic lifting as opposed to
loads of different things together with rowing afterwards.
Yeah, again, I've got to just gripe on CrossFit one more time before this finishes. Anyway, moving on to the next round.
So we'll give it a 2, yeah?
Yeah, let's give it a 2.
Right, cardio. I think a lot of it, I'd say it's not popular. Obviously, you got your marathons and...
Everyone runs there, don't they?
Everyone runs. I think a lot of people do it in the gym because they're not confident doing anything else.
Yeah. It's popular in its own right. Just from running clubs and stuff alone. You're either a cardio person or you're a weight training person, I would say. So,
I'd give that a 2. I'd say it's
classes of cardio, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give it a 2. Let's give it 2.
Classes of cardio.
Classes of cardio.
Strongman.
It's getting a lot of popularity.
It is getting more and more. You see like World's Strongest Man on TV a lot, and I tend to watch it. A lot of people, you speak to them, they've watched it or they've browsed it. So I'd say it's gaining traction.
Yes, definitely.
But it's not quite there yet, so I'd say a 2 as well.
Let's give it a 2. I like it. It's up and coming. Strongman's a good thing to watch.
Yeah. MMA, I mean, on like UFC, boxing.
Yeah, just
alone.
Just combat sports in general. It's high up there, number 3.
Yeah, everyone watches UFC right now, don't they? Everyone knows what it is. So good 3, and powerlifting. I would say that's a very niche thing.
Yeah, no one watches fat men like lift weights from A to
unless
B.
you're like world records.
Unless you're like 50 people who are from some little area and you go to a little gym and I'm taking the piss, guys.
Standard.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd say it's not popular at all.
No, it's not popular at all. And the problem is why it's not growing. Camera, come to us right now. Is because too many people think it's the best sport who are doing powerlifting. And I'm going to say it right now, because of that, and because you say it's the best sport, you're kind of closing the doors to everyone because you think that you're better than everyone else. And it's true.
And then no one will speak to you and learn off you.
And often a lot of the time we find that you're very guarded when we kind of like say bad things about powerlifting. And this is speaking objectively. If you want sport to be more popular, be more open with it.
Yeah, don't be a douche.
Don't be a douche. I would say out of all of them, powerlifters tend to be the most douchey people. Sorry, powerlifters, you can have a go at us as much as you want, but you will because you're douches.
But you can't catch us because you're slow.
Only joking, guys. We've ripped on everyone today. Powerlifting could be more popular, but I like to say it is very niche.
Yeah. So 0?
0, indeed.
Cool. 0. Right, so that is the final round complete.
Final scores on the door. Shall we go from 10 to first, or shall we go for totals?
Let's go through the totals and we'll rank them. Okay. We're going to rank them from worst to best.
Worst to best.
So in last place, we have powerlifting on 7.
Oh dear, I did not expect that. I did expect powerlifting would do better. However, unfortunately, it hasn't.
It is. So in after that, in 5th place, we have
joints.
A joint. CrossFit. Cardio and Strongman.
Interesting.
On 11.
I would have put Strongman above those two, but it is what it is.
If you had your choice, it'd be CrossFit on 0. But let's just leave that there. In 4th place is bodybuilding on 12 points.
12. Okay, bodybuilding mid-table. Sounds about right.
Yeah. That's just like an average sort of...
Yeah, everyone can do it.
So, top 3. Joint 3rd is calisthenics, climbing, and Olympic lifting. They came at 14.
Wow. What would you say? So we've got we've only got a couple to go now.
So I would have put Olympic lifting above those two technically in terms of like its ability and whatever. But that's
what the scores say.
It's a scientifically proven matrix,
objective point of
criteria. So you can't argue with this. This is facts now, guys. In 2nd place is MMA.
What?
16 points.
So, hold on a second. Hold on.
Where do you get his points? In popularity, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
endurance.
Does that mean...
And speed.
That number 1...
Number 1...
is yoga.
Yoga flame.
Now, that is a surprise.
Very surprised.
At the start of this, I would have come in saying that something like strongman or Olympic lifting or mixed martial arts would have finished top.
You actually said that. You said yoga. You actually said, I'm paraphrasing here, but it's almost a quote. You actually said yoga you're going to get donked on. That is actually what you said.
But this is coming from my own points-based system. Our points-based system. So
but you assume that yoga was going to get donked on.
Yeah, but from an objective point of view, it's actually a much better sport than I ever imagined. Wow, yoga is the best sport in the world, or at least from these top 10.
Right, the point of this video is what?
What is the point? The point of the video is no sport is the best sport. Is that every sport has its weaknesses and fundamental flaws.
Yes, so in every category here, each sport got at least 1, 0 or 1 point, so there's always weaknesses in all of them.
And just in case you couldn't see what Lou was pointing at, it's his piece of paper, scientific paper.
That's my math.
Meta-analysis of
science, which is
the overall science of our
so
work.
the key here has been the other guys is to dabble in a variety of different sports or fitness aspects. So don't just stick to one thing. I'm a powerlifter, that's it. All I'm doing is everything's going to do is powerlifting. Look at other options because they may actually help with your powerlifting. So what would say the two things to suggest if you're a powerlifter would help with that?
I mean, powerlifting and strongman go crossover quite well. Cardiovascular, maybe portions. Not necessarily to help with powerlifting, but to help with bracing, to help with your breathing.
Yoga helps. Yoga helps with breathing.
So
it's not exactly. It almost sounds like the other end of the spectrum. It has its merits in helping with your primary.
And when you're deloading from your max lifts, you might want to take it light. Maybe try a little bit of bodybuilding for a while. There is so many sports you could go into, and there's nothing wrong with a niche. There's nothing wrong with your sport per se, powerlifting or strongman, whatever it is that you like. It's okay to have one thing for competing that you enjoy doing the most. We're just saying that other categories also have the benefits, either long-term or short-term. So obviously we're showing that yoga is a long-term thing, so you can do that for the rest of your life. If you get involved in some things now, it will help with the longevity of your current sport. If your sport, let's say, has more injuries. So yoga will help with flexibility, breathing, mobility, that sort of stuff, which will help with Olympic lifts, for example, CrossFit. So you'd actually find you'll probably be able to do them for a long period of time if you just take a little bit of time out of your week to do. And if you're a yoga practitioner, you're not necessarily going to be very strong, your bone density is not going to be up, your muscle mass isn't going to be up, and they can help with longevity of life as well. So doing some bodybuilding, if you're a yoga practitioner or calisthenics, or some form of movement that are outside
some form of weights.
And so the whole point of the story is they all have their own benefits and weaknesses, and adapt a few. Like you do a few, I do a few. We're the other guys, but we both do different forms of styles, don't we?
Exactly. So I do yoga every now and again. Make sure I do at least one bit of heavy cardio every week, but that being in the form of almost like a CrossFit type training. I do primarily bodybuilding.
Bodily fluid.
Bodybuilding, but I build in a lot of calisthenics and a portion of powerlifting as well, just my deadlifts, my bench and that sort of stuff. So, it's a variety of different things going on.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, YouTube analytics once again. I'm just saying that now.
He's just playing the game.
Playing the game, baby. Mine would be kind of more power building, a little bit of strongman. I like to do mixed martial arts. I do actually practice in some form of breathing techniques in yoga. And we occasionally go climbing together and do obstacle courses, that type of things together. So it's good to also get a different social aspect as well.
Yes, meet new people, may introduce you to new types of training. So the message is just try new things.
Yes.
Please.
Stick with one if it's your main one, and then just do that little bit of something else in order to progress either your current sport or just to progress the long-term longevity of your sport or fitness in life.
Exactly. If you liked what you saw today, we're done now. If you like what you saw today, please like, share, and comment, because Johnny likes comments.
I like them.
He wants mostly negative ones. So if you're a CrossFitter and you've watched his video and you got proper vexed at his jabs,
or a powerlifter,
or any other one else he jibbed at today, please comment, drop him some names, and
again, just joking around. Obviously, we're just having a jibe at all sports, particularly today. It could have been anyone on the on another day, but it just went to powerlifting and CrossFit today. So, guys, do your own things, like we said. Do your own tick box. Find out what you think the best sport is, and then what would benefit you the most.
Yes, in the description below will be all the sports we've chosen and the categories, so you can write it down and let us know what is happening.
That's it.
Share.
Bye-bye.